Hi there, this is Sandy with Sewing with Sandy and LTD Quilting. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about organizing your quilting rulers. For a long time I've had many rulers, and I've had them shoved into a drawer like this one, and literally dozens and dozens of rulers. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to look through and find exactly which one you're needing. Now this drawer has the rulers I use the most often, such as this Creative Grids Flying Geese tool, which is my new favorite, my Doug Lico rulers, my Krista Moser ruler, because I've been using that for a project, my Bonnie Hunter ruler, and then just smaller Creative Grids square up rulers. Some of these need to be put back in the system that I'm going to show you next. What really has been life-changing for me that I came up with is this particular system. This is a metal drawer or folder holder from Hobby Lobby. I bought it on 50% off clearance, which is always the way to do. And I made sure before I left the store, I went and found some folders, file folders, and tried them in this container to make sure they'd fit before I bought it and brought it home. Then when I got home, I took my rulers, and you can see here each folder is labeled with what ruler is in it. And in that folder you will find, for example, here's my large Krista Moser ruler. Some of them you can see are kind of hanging off the edge or sticking up in the air, but this really fits probably 95% of my quilting rulers. And in each of these folders, you can see here's the Bonnie Hunter folder where I need to return the ruler from the drawer. Inside the folder, you will find the information on how to use that ruler. And I know in the past, it's always been really difficult for me to keep the paperwork that comes with the ruler or the pattern that comes with the ruler and the ruler itself together. So this solves that problem. Each of these folders has the ruler in it and the information, and even some patterns that go specifically with that ruler, like this one here that goes with the pineapple trim tool by Creative Grids, which is also a favorite of mine. Fabulous rulers. Now, the way that they're organized in this container is generally alphabetically. However, I did organize them in a way that made sense to me, which is I might not remember that Doug Lico's ruler is called the Folded Corners ruler, but I will remember that that ruler is by Doug Lico. So it is not alphabetized under F for folded corner rulers. It's alphabetized, for Doug Lico. I've got Eleanor Burns rulers together. I've got Deb Tucker's rulers together. So if it's a ruler that I will remember based on who designed it, it's alphabetized according to that designer. If it's not, then it might be under Creative Grids, for example. But for the most part, I do them according to the name of the ruler. So you can see I've got strip tube ruler here, twister, wing clipper. Victoria Findlay Wolf's templates are under her name because I would never remember that. Kaleidoscope. I mean, you can see here. But this container literally houses all my specialty rulers, and I have a lot of them. And when I started to overrun this container, I did get a second one, same type of container, same concept, and I have just a few in that container. Ultimately, the goal would be to, pare them down so they'd all fit in one, but I do have a lot of rulers, and they're very expensive. I hate to get rid of them unless I know that I absolutely would not ever use it again. So this is a game changer on organizing your rulers, keeping track of the information that goes with those rulers, and having it all in what I think is a very small container. Doesn't take up a lot of space. I usually have this just sitting on the top of this shelf over here. You can see that black container with the drawers. This sits perfectly right on top of it. To the right of it, you can see my second container that has a few rulers in it. And then for my rulers that are too long for this container, I actually bought another wire rack from Hobby Lobby that might be 12 to 14 inches long and only about 6 inches wide, and they'll all lay in there side by side. So this is something I highly recommend if you are going to do one thing this January to get organized in your sewing room. Start with this. Have a great day.